Hello guys. So in this session we are going to learn how to integrate Grafana with Slack. So let's start. So for that, first of all, we need to understand what is prerequisite to integrate Grafana with Slack. So first of all, we need a AWS account with Ubuntu instance with 24.04 LTS, right? Then we need a basic knowledge of AWS service as well as Grafana. Then we need an active Slack workspace, and we need an admin or editor level permission in your Grafana organization. Okay, that's the four prerequisite Ubuntu instance, basic knowledge of AWS and Grafana, active Slack workspace, and admin or edit level permission in your Grafana organization. Okay, so let's start to integrate Grafana with Slack. So first of all, here I'm going to open my Slack workspace. Okay. So as you can see, this is my Slack workspace. Okay. So as of now, I have only one app here. You can see. Okay. So, okay. So we need a Slack, right? Active Slack workspace. Okay. So let's start to integrate Grafana with Slack. So first of all, let's start. So first of all, we need to create a custom Slack app for your workspace. So how to create? So first of all, this can be seems like a daunting task, but it's actually pretty simple and it's require minimum configuration to connect to Grafana. So as a part of app setup, you will ask to select a Slack channel to associate with an app. And if you would like to Grafana alerts, go to a new channel and create a before proceed. Okay. So let's start. So first of all, go to your Slack apps and click create app. Okay. So after then next step is in create an app model, choose from scratch, then name of your app and select your workspace and click on create app. After that, select the incoming webhooks option from add features and functionality menu, then toggle on webhooks. Then after that, click on the new webhooks to workspace at the bottom of the webhooks URL from your workspace selection. Then select the Slack channel you would like to connect the app to click on allow. After that, in last, the page will refresh and you will see a webhook URL in the webhook URLs on your workspace selection. So let's start. So go to the Slack API. As you can see here, as of now, this is my app name with the name Argo CD notifications. Now let's create new app. So as you can see, click on create new app. My workspace name is DevOps, right? So I'm going to create new app. And as you can see in step, I mentioned in the create an app model, choose from scratch. So that's why here I'm going to click on this scratch and enter your app name. So my app name will be example, and pick up workspace to DevOps in your app. So I'm going to select my workspace name. So this is my workspace, right? DevOps. Then click on create app. Okay. After that, you will reach this page. After reaching this page, let's scroll down and here we need to select this incoming webhooks. Here I mention, as you can see, select incoming webhooks option from the add features and functionality menu. So select this. Okay. After that, after select incoming webhooks, we need to enable this. Okay. Then scroll down and then click on add new webhooks to workspace. As you can see here I mentioned, click on add new webhooks to workspace. Then select example requires a channel to post to as an app. Example means our app name, right? We have given example name to our app. So that's why it will ask example requires a channel to post to as an app. So select your channel. So my channel is DevOps, right? So that's why I'm going to select my channel and click on allow. Now, after that, it will ask, then the page will refresh and you will see a webhook URL. Okay, let's see. So page is refreshed. Let's scroll down and as you can see, webhook URL. Okay, that means we have successfully created a custom Slack app for our workspace. We have successfully created our webhook URL. Okay, it's done. Now, the next step is create a Slack alert in Grafana. So that's why we need to install Grafana here first. Okay. So as you know how to install Grafana, here, first of all, we need to install Grafana first. Okay. So here you can see I have launched instance. I have successfully launched my instance with the name Grafana, and as you can see, instance type, status, and so on. So first of all, you can see I have successfully connected to my terminal to install Grafana. So let's clear the screen first to install Grafana. So first of all, I'm going to update my system package. Okay, so it's done. So let's clear the screen first. And now let's install Grafana. So how to install, as you can see here, I mentioned some steps. So first of all, we need to download the GPG, download the packages using wget command. Okay, after that, let's import the GPG keys. So let's enter the continue. Okay, now let's update our system package. Sudo apt update. And now let's install Grafana. So yes. So as you can see, it's installing Grafana. Okay, it's done. After that, let's start our Grafana server and let's enable the Grafana server. And if you want to check the status, then you can run the status command also. As you can see, it's active running. That means we have successfully installed Grafana in our Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. So it's done. Okay. We have successfully installed Grafana, right? Then after that, let's access Grafana in browser. So as you know how to access, so first of all, you need to copy your instance IP, hit on browser, and the port number of Grafana is 3000. So enter your username and password. So the default username and password is admin and password also admin. Click on login. Never. So update your password. You need to change your password for security. So as of now, I'm going to skip this option, but you need to update your Grafana password. So as you can see, welcome to Grafana. That means we have successfully installed Grafana. Okay. Now it's time to create a Slack alert in Grafana. Okay, so how to create? So as you can see here, I mentioned steps. So first of all, to create your Slack integration in Grafana alerting, complete the following steps. So let's start. So go to the Grafana. Now click on this home icon, sorry, toggle. And as you can see, navigate the alerts, alerting contact points. So let's scroll down and contact points. Now click on add contact points and enter a name of your, here as you can see, enter a name of your contact point name. So here I mentioned name example and change integration with Slack. So our integration is Slack. So that's why here I'm going to select this Slack. After that here you can see in steps. First of all, from the integration list, select Slack. Okay, it's done. If you are using Slack API token, then in the receipt field, copy the channel ID. Then in the token field, copy the bot user or token and the start with this here, token and receipt. But here we are going to use these webhooks. That's why here we are going in 6 steps. Which said, what is 6 step? If you are using webhooks URL, in the webhook field, copy your Slack app webhook URL. So let's go to the Slack and copy this webhook URL from here and let's paste in webhook URL. So that's why this receipt and token is, I'm going to save this because I'm going to use this webhook URL. Okay. Then after that, here you can see, click test to check your integration works and click save contact point. So let's test if our integration is working or not. So how to test? So as you can see, if I scroll up, you can see click on test. After click on test, that that the my DevOps Slack, it will send the test alert in my DevOps Slack. Okay, let's test. Send test notification. Test alert send. Let's see. As you can see, I'm going to open this. As you can see, the time, added integration example 126 and now 134. Alert, test alert of Grafana. You can see alert name test alert instance Grafana, right? And you can see summary notification and you can see alert or Grafana or port number, you can see. And as you can see, the timing 11:34, as you can see. Okay, let's try again. See, if I open my Slack, as you can see, one more, right? If I click on show more, as you can see, and you can see here. If I send test and again, as you can see, firing alert, right? That means it will work. Okay. Now click on save contact points. So it's done, right? We have successfully created a Slack alert in Grafana and we have successfully test, right? You can see, and we have successfully received this test alert from Grafana, right? So it's done. So in this session, we have learned how to integrate Grafana with Slack. So first of all, we have created a custom Slack app for your Grafana workspace. After that, we have successfully installed Grafana and we have successfully created Slack alert in Grafana. So it's done. So in this session, we have learned how to integrate Grafana with Slack. So thank you for watching and I hope you understand.